Good morning. How are you? I'm doing good on this morning. Is that better? Oh, yeah, that's better. It doesn't look as funny. Sorry about that. Well, it's a Friday. Friday. Yay! I'm so excited. I'm wearing some of this today. It smells really good. It's my favorite scent. I got a tube of lotion all used up. I got to use up one more. And then, I got one used up. I got a million more to do. And then when I get done with them, I'm going to go up and get my springtime lotions from Bath and Body. That's where I like to get them. They smell good. Oh, that don't look too good. That's okay. I'm going to wash my hair after a while anyway. I found some of this the other day in a sack. So I bought it, and I had it. I knew I had some Scentsy sitting down here in a sack. But this was in it. I tried this. Here's this stuff. I tried it, and I like it. I don't know what it's supposed to do, but you put it on before you put your lotions on. I like it, so okay. So anyway, I have to go pick up my grandkids today if my daughter doesn't make it back on time because she is going with her husband out. They're going to buy him some more jeans for work, and then they want to go out and spend some time together and have lunch. Huh. I told her, please hurry back if you can, because I hate school runs. I do. You know, with my granddaughter, I just park down at the Y and she has to do a little walking, but my grandson was supposed to walk home today, but it's going to be a little bit snowy. So, and I called my daughter to see if I'm supposed to pick him up or what, and she didn't answer. So I guess the plan stays as is, where he just walks. So if he has a problem with it, he'll have to go to the office and have him call me. Because other than that, I don't know. I don't know if I'm supposed to pick him up. I don't know if I'm not supposed to pick him up. I don't know. Went to prayer group yesterday. I liked it. So, I just need some more of that. But, I had a really good week. I have finally started sleeping good. I go to bed, and I can even stay up a little later. And I wake up and I feel good. I feel rested. I feel good. It's been a long time since I've been able to sleep. And I do my normal toss and turn, and that's just age, but I can sleep, and I feel good about that. That makes me feel much rested and good. So I is happy. So anyway, got some more. My mom got another word from God. That woman's a prophet. She doesn't claim herself to be, but she is chosen to be a prophet. That is her gift. So I have the gift of giving. That's what I like to do. I like to give. And so anyway, we each have our own thing. But I'm having a lot of fun at church. A lot of things are happening. A lot of things have changed. And for the good up there. But yeah. I got another compliment. But I told this lady, I says, I've been doing this one thing the whole time. She says, well, sometimes I'm just in my own zone. But, well, that's okay. So, anyway, I got my sponge wet. I don't have a whole lot to talk about. I got some clothes to fold up that my husband brought up for me. So, I think I put this on first. So we're going to be doing that. I got 2 baskets. Not a big load, but, you know, I didn't wait until, a couple weeks where I got enough to do now to do it. Because by then I got like a family 5 worth. And I ain't doing that no more. So it's so much easier just to go down there and throw in a small load or 2 and be done. Or throw in a bunch of small loads and still be done. And I like that. So anyway, I am happy all the way. My head it just got hairspray in it. My mother-in-law's dinner is tomorrow for her birthday. We're going to go celebrate her. I hope there's something there I can eat. I'll have to look at the menu after a while because I told my husband if there's nothing there I can have, there is no point in me going. So he can go up there and eat, and I'll go do my shopping and stuff and come back and get him. Because there won't be no point in me going if I can't have anything. If they have baked potatoes and steak, then I can have that. I mean, at least I can have that. It's better than nothing. So, but I will take my own things like mayonnaise, butter, and stuff like that because butter has milk in it. I know what I can have. And so I will just shove that in my great big old purse that I traded out for. And I will wear that or take that with me. I'll take, my salad dressing with me. Because the last time they offered me salad dressing, the lady said it didn't have milk in it, and it did. And I paid for that later on. So, not doing that again. So, but anyway, we're going to go have some fun. And then, I don't know what we're going to do. I want to go see that movie Revelation. Dots. I want to go see that movie Revelation. That was a box office hit. That brought in more money than any movie ever there, to my knowledge. That's what I'm hearing on the news. So I would like to go see it. My husband says, well, when we go, I told him I don't know how to do this stuff online to get tickets and stuff. And he says, well, why do you have to do it online? Well, maybe you don't. I don't know. I don't think you have to, but if you do, it gives you seats. You can pick your seats. And I like to sit at the top because that puts me straight at the thing. I don't have to look up. Too close is just down at the bottom. That is way too close for me. So I don't want to sit that close. Last time I went there and sat that close, I'm sitting there going like this the whole time because it's just a lot to sit right up on it. The teenagers, the kiddies want to do it. Let them do it. That's for them. That's a seat for them. I want to sit on the top. I don't like being in the middle because I don't like to have people's backs towards me, but, I'll take any seat that's not the very bottom rows. If I can get halfway up to, at least up to the top or more so towards the top, I'm happy. So we might go see that movie when he gets paid. Other than that, and when it comes out on DVD, I'll definitely get it. So put it in my camper. We'll have it to go camping because it also, if it comes out on DVD, it's going to be out on Amazon. And I buy movies on Amazon because it keeps the library for me. And I don't have to worry about doing a library in my house. So it doesn't take up any room. And then what CDs I have goes in the camper. I went through a bunch of CDs. And I got a lot of them in the back of my car. And they're going to go. They're going to go down to the Salvation Army store because I don't want them. Some of them are like Twilight. I like that movie, but it's a demonic movie, so I'm not keeping it. I don't want that stuff in my house anymore, so it's going to go. Even though it's a romance, and doesn't seem like, I mean, it's a vampire movie, but it's not. It's more of a romance. You don't really see anybody biting anybody dying, any blood or anything. But, it's like vampires fighting against werewolves or something. But you know what? I don't want it in my house. I don't want it in my house. I just don't want to be a part of that. Before all this, getting close to God and stuff, when you had to go into a world of, living worldly, vampires were always my favorite monsters. But now, I don't like any of them. And I don't want any of them in my home. So, they're going to go. Even the cartoons, like the I don't know what it is, some Halloween movies that are going to go. They're supposed to be, made basically for kids. It's still demonic, and I'm getting rid of it. See, I didn't know all this stuff before. I mean, I knew they were. I didn't know that stuff like that came through your TV, and you could bring spirits and stuff into your house through that. I didn't know all that. I know all that now, but I didn't know all that then. So, anyway, nose is running. I get makeup on it, and then I have to put it back on there. I got my rooms cleaned, so I have my gate closing my room. And the only reason I do that for the dogs to not get in there, because they sleep in my room. I mean, that's their room. But the only reason I close it off is because I have stuff on my stand. Like, I have mints and stuff up there. And I don't want my dog getting up there and eating them. So I have medicine up there, and I don't need him up there eating them. So I think he's in the guest room right now, nosing around. Charlie, are you nosing around in the guest room? Must be. You didn't come when I called you. Charlie Brown. Yeah, he's nosing around in the guest room. I finally opened the rooms. I mean, he's a year old. He's old enough now that he can roam the house. So I got the rooms kind of all done so he can get in there and nose around. They like to play in my makeup room. Whenever they want to play, they want, my Benny will play. I always figured he just didn't like playing with Charlie. No, he didn't like playing in the living room because it's a wood floor. He wants to go where there's carpet and where there's traction. So I told my husband yesterday, we are going to get a carpet for the living room. Not full carpet, just an area rug. And that way they got a place that they can play in there where there's traction for them. And that's what we're going to do. And he says, oh, okay. So, I mean, it's okay because I can walk on it because it's carpet. I can walk on it without my slippers. And he can walk on it. Well, he can walk on regular carpet anyway. I'm the one that has the issue with it. But, hi, baby. What are you doing down there? Oh, my little bunny burr, I love you. Yes, I do. I don't want to come here. You gotta come here. Let me pick you up. Come here. Oh, come here, Baba. Oh, yes, I love you. Don't give me kisses and take all the makeup off. That's my baby. I love him. He loves to be held. When he wants to play, he wants to play. But when he wants to be held, he wants to be held. And he wants to be held. Because I was talking to Benny. Want to get down and go play with Benny Burr? Okay. There you go. Go play. So, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to talk about. Had a good day in church yesterday, but I already told you that. So, I might try a different color in a different palette because I just want to kind of do something a little different. I don't know what I want to do. Oh, I don't want to do that. Be your beautiful. Same thing, bourbon. Most of what I have are neutrals anyway. Try this one. See what it is. Huh. See, most of what I have is neutrals. They pretty though. I'm going to pick something out of there. I like to keep these on top. They don't know, do they tell you the words of them, which I really could care about because it's just colors. They just give it a name. But it has, different color neutrals. I am more for this kind of palette because, this and then neutrals with some blues and stuff in it. Because, I don't know. They're just, I like the neutral colors that goes with everything. It matches everything. What to wear, I don't know. They all seem to be the same. Yeah, see, they're all the same. They're all neutrals. This one's a little bit darker and a little bit different than the palette I've been using. And if I'm going to wear powder, I want to kind of switch it up a little bit. I kind of like this. So, anyway, yeah, looks pretty. Looks good. I like it. Probably don't look too dark to the rest, and then I think maybe I'll put a little bit of shimmer on it. Just to make it look a little different. As soon as I get this on the way I like it, I can turn my light on this thing now, and I don't have my dogs to turn it off. My husband fixed it for me. Yeah, I like that. And then you take, well, when we're all done, we'll do the rest. Let's see, we'll do a little bit. We did that color, so maybe we'll do this color. I don't know. Seems kind of dark. Let's do, see if it's almost the same. Yeah, it's a little different. Not by much, but it's a little different. I don't think I'm going to put any dark up on there because this seems to be dark enough. So, usually I'll darken just where the crease is at, but this seems to be plenty dark enough. So, I don't know. Once we get it sheared out, we'll see what it does. I don't know. I am not a makeup artist. I just like to put it on because it looks better on me than I do without it. So, and I got a lot of compliments on it, Said I look young for my age. Well, I do look young for my age, but that's just a family trait. That family trait I'll take. Thank you very much. So, anyway. I don't think my oldest son got that trait because when he was 18, he looked like he was 25. But he doesn't look old now anyway. He looks his age. Which is not a bad thing because he's still young. But anyway, yeah. Yeah, I think it's all right. I think this side needs a little bit more. I don't think it's as dark as the other side. Now let's try it. See what it does. This is kind of quiet. I usually would be listening to my music while I'm doing this. Or listening to my preaching. Man, I tell you, anybody who watches this, you should watch David Hernandez. He is so good. He teaches you so much. And it's so easy to understand what he's saying. I like him. I do. I like to watch him. I think he's good at what he does. For being a young person, he's really been into that Bible and studying it because, man, he's a good preacher. So, still Hank Kunneman is my favorite, but I do kind of favor David Hernandez too. So, anyway, I don't know what is for the weekend. I don't know what we're doing. I don't. Monday is Connect Group, but I don't know what we're doing for the weekend. I know what we're going to do Sunday. My husband is going to stay here and help me bring up some stuff from the basement so I can go through. And if he tells me he's going off to help somebody, he's wrong. Because this is a time where I need him here. So he's going to be here and helping me. He's going to have to tell everybody else no. You know, he'll help them at another time, but he can't do it this weekend. Because otherwise, wherever he goes to help, he may end up be sleeping there. I'm just kidding. He won't. But, you know, he's the one that said he wanted to do this, so he needs to stick around. And hopefully he will. I think, pretty sure he will. I don't think he has anything to do. So, that's good, because I need him this weekend to help me on a house that he lives in. So, but he's usually pretty good at helping me when I really need him. Now, let's see about this. You know how people like to put this halfway on in their eyeballs or whatever? Yeah. I want to put it all the way on mine. I like it. With a little bit of color on top. Or underneath. Ew, that's pretty. Yeah, I like it. Yep. Yep, I do. Shimmer. Shimmer, shimmer. Do you ever touch your eyeballs when your eyes are closed and it just feels funny because you can feel your eyes, your eyeball? I just think it feels funny. But I need this finger. Yeah, I like this. I do. I do. I'm getting sparkle on my face, but what are you going to do, right? Wipe it off. Yeah, I think that looks really pretty. I really like it. I do. Oh, yeah. I like this shimmer stuff. As long as it stays on the eyelid. Yeah, I like it. And then once I get the rest of the eye makeup on, it just kind of pulls it all together. So, gonna have my grandkids over here for a while. Actually, they could probably go home. Except for the boys. Chase is too young. Jackson still doesn't like to be home alone. And I understand that. I didn't force my kids to be home alone either until they were, you know, I never forced them to stay home alone. When they were ready, then I let them stay home. You know, I had one of them to travel with us when we went out, was like 14, 15 years old. I was sitting there thinking, man, is this kid ever going to want to do that on their own? But they did. Eventually they did, and they did good. So, and my daughter says, he just cries because he freaks out. I said, well, he's just not ready. So he's just not ready, that's all. When he's ready, he'll stay home on his own. So, you know, enjoy it while you can, because there's going to come a time that he is not going to want you there. So he'll be glad when you leave because he's got the house to himself. Kind of like my granddaughter already does. She's like, you can go. I want to stay home. And she does. But, you know, she's old enough to be home on her own, and she likes it. Last weekend, she wanted to stay home by herself. She didn't even want to go to her friend's house. She wanted to stay home, spend time to herself. So, okay. I would probably have to ask myself, what's up? But, you know, she just wanted to stay home by herself, I guess. Do her own thing. Sometimes we just need time alone to ourselves. You know, I guess. I mean, I used to be that way when I had kids. Now I get time to myself all the time. And, you know, I'm good whenever somebody wants to come hang out with me and see me. And there's times I'm still good with going by myself or being by myself. Sometimes I like to go shopping, by myself. I think my daughter must have thought I felt bad. I don't know what she thought about me when I asked her to go with me to Council Bluffs and Thursday or Wednesday. And she said no because they was busy all day. Well, that was okay because that just gives me, I just go up there and spend time to myself, do my own thing. I called my mom, but she didn't want to go either. Well, she never got back to me. She just by the time she got back to me, I would have already been up there. Well, I ended up not having to go because my scale that I thought I needed a new battery for, and I did need batteries for it. Then I come to find out when I went to go on the back to take the battery out that it has AAA batteries. Okay, I didn't know that. I thought it was one of those round batteries until I looked because it's a real fancy looking thing. So now it's like, I got AAA batteries, so I got them out and put them in it. I didn't have to go to Council Bluffs. Now the scale is moving downward, but now it's moving. It shows that I'm losing weight instead of sticking it around in the same place for the longest time and then hitting zero or then hitting saying low. So now it's getting somewhere. Get down. Down. He likes to get up on things. No. You can look around. You don't need to get up on things. When I go back and watch my vlogs, the one thing I don't like to see is watch myself put my eyeliner on because I don't like the way it feels comfortable putting it on this way, but it looks funky when you're watching it online. But this is how I do it. This is how I get it on so I can see what I'm doing. Some people don't have to touch their eyes to do it. I'm not one of those people. But anyway, I get all this on. I think I'll go out and make me either a smoothie bowl or an acai bowl. Acai bowl sounds better for today. I might want me an acai bowl. Wasn't that smart? My puppies are playing. I love my puppies. I do. They make me happy, my puppies. They do. Luckily, there's always enough stuff left on here to redo what you mess up. Itchy. I'm going to have to take medicine again later tonight because if I'm going to be itchy all day, that's usually a sign of allergies. I haven't had to take my allergy medicine for about a week. I don't like taking that stuff. It makes me so tired. And since it's a 24-hour pill, I am kind of lagging for 24 hours. And I don't like it. But I don't like itching either. And when it gets to the point where it's bad enough, I would rather take that than be itchy all the time. Ever since I had an allergic reaction, it's real easy to have a reaction to something. So one of the reactions that I get to be lucky enough to have is to have my skin will itch when I'm having allergies. I don't always have to be nasally. It can also cause me to be itchy. And then I have to take Zyrtec. Zyrtec is just like, if you take Zyrtec, it's the same thing as, oh my gosh. Hold on. Come on. Zyrtec is the same thing as Benadryl. It just doesn't cause high blood pressure. So for people who have high blood pressure, uh, you can take Zyrtec, and it'll do the same thing as if you're wanting to take. I'm trying to multitask. If you don't know what to take for allergies, or if you're itchy or have an allergic reaction, but you don't want to take something that raises your blood pressure, you can take Zyrtec because it works the same way as Benadryl, only without the side effects of Benadryl with like blood pressure and stuff, is all. So, but they say Zyrtec don't make you tired, but it can knock you out just the same as Benadryl. So don't let that fool you. Don't let them fool you, because even my daughter was taking it for the longest time, and I tell her it makes me tired and dragging. She says, "Well, it doesn't me." And I says, "Well, good for you. It does for me." Well, then she got off of it for a while, and she says, and I think she got back on it, took some more or something. She goes, I think the Zyrtec make me tired. I said, "You think?" I tried to tell you that. And so, yeah. Now she knows it makes her tired. She knows it's the same thing that it does to me. So, yeah. But, she's one of them kids that, "I already knew that." No, you didn't. She does that a lot. "I already know that." No, you don't. I don't argue with her, but no, you don't. So, anyway, whatever. Kids are funny. So, I love my kids, I do. They's funny. They's entertain me. Ooh, that was the wrong thing. I didn't want that. My son called me or texted me yesterday about something that my mom sent him, and he said, he appreciates it, but he's already taken care of for what he was talking to me about. So I was like, well, that's good. I feel better knowing that you're taken care of. So no worries for him there. So he had some issues that was going on, and he got that taken care of. And then he had another issue that he had to deal with this week. I felt so bad for him, and because the issue he's having, I've been there. We've all been there. But hopefully, they'll do good. I've been praying for him, so they'll be okay. So, but anyway, I'm glad he's doing better. He's my mama's boy. He's my baby. My husband, he says, because my son called me the other day, was talking to me, and I told my son this. He got a kick out of it. I says, your dad says, "Well, he never calls me." I said, "That's because this one's mine." I said, "The one that won't talk to me, that one's yours. This one's mine." I said, "These two younger ones here, they're mine. They have the same thing in common with me. They have my interest. These ones are just mine. The other one that don't care for me, he's yours. He has the same interest as you. He likes to be around you. He's yours. He's always been yours. He's always been a daddy's boy, which I was okay with. I just thought maybe there'd be some love in there for me somewhere. But anyway, nonetheless, he is the daddy's boy. And these two other ones, they're mine. And I was just joking with him. I says, they're all our kids. I said, but, there's just, you and my oldest one have more in common, where me and my two younger ones have stuff in common. So, my youngest one, he's a mama's boy. Knows where his family's at, but he is a mama's boy. And my oldest one, or my middle one, well, she's a girl. So I have a lot in common with her because that's my daughter. She's a girl, I'm a girl. We have the same thing in common. Same with my grandkids. I have grandkids that I relate to better than others. Not that I don't love them any better. It's just that I have a better relationship with them. I have more in common with them than the rest of them. I have specifically, I have two granddaughters that I feel relatively close to. One I see all the time. The other I don't get to see at all, hardly. But yeah, I have two that I'm pretty close to. I think it's just because they are the firstborns, but they're both girls. We all have the same thing in common. We like the same things, and so we can talk and visit and carry on. So I mean, we just have things in common. So, but that's about all that is. So, but anyway, finger is getting better. It's not as swollen today as it has been. I can bend it a little bit more, which is good. I don't push it. It is healing. It doesn't hurt as bad as it did when it does lock. It doesn't lock as bad. You can still bump it. It'll still hurt, but it's not hurting as much. I can bend my hand now. If the dogs bump it, like bump it here and bump it all the way down like this, it will hurt my finger and it'll make my whole hand hurt. And it's not a simple pain that just goes away right now. It has to, kind of like run its course to go away. So it gets pretty sore. So I have a hard time getting rings on sometimes. So today I'll wear this one because this is my go-to ring when, and it's my knuckles that are sore. This is the one I really like to wear. It's my wedding ring, and if I get it on over the knuckle, then I can get off. This is my part of my other wedding ring. The band on this, one of these bands go to this because these are the same rings, but the stone in this is loose. So if I can go up and get it tightened, and all this stuff is free because they're insured, then I should be able to at least wear that. So I might take that up tonight and see if they can tighten it, and see how much fighting I can do with them. Because I'll just tell them, it's insured. I have two sets of the same rings, and they're both insured. The only difference is my other one has the wedding band on it instead of on this, because I liked it better that way. And this one is a bigger size. So I'm thinking of taking this up tonight. This is getting kind of brassy. And see, these are different. This one's a little brassy. So they'll recoat this and everything, and I'll have it, and then I have this one, and it's a wedding band, and it's even smaller because when they put that bad boy on the fit, they really made it so you couldn't get it off, and it hurt to get it off. Then I have my grandma's wedding ring, but yeah, I want to take this up and get it coated, and so I can wear it. My daughter wants this ring, so one day when I go to heaven, it's hers. So is this one, and I don't know who this can go to. This is another one I got a couple years ago. It's also a wedding ring, wedding band, engagement band. I don't know which one it is, but it's one of them, and I could wear it right here. I could wear a ring right there and be, yeah. So it's not a finger ring, but a knuckle ring. But I like to have some knuckle rings. I like to have a thumb ring, this ring, and knuckle ring. Yeah, why not, right? My son got me this ring a few years ago. It's a colada ring. I've wanted a colada ring forever. And so, no, my husband or my daughter, one or the other, got me one. It wasn't my son. My son was going to get me one, my youngest. And then I have, let's see. I know I have another one. I just don't know where it is. Should be in here with my rings, but it's not. I have two rings with birthstones. One is my daughter's birthstone. The other one is my youngest son's birthstone. And maybe I don't have the other ring, but I thought I had three of them. Maybe it's just the two. My oldest son has the same birthstone as my youngest son. It's just a darker color. He has a darker blue. But this is my daughter's birthstone and my son's birthstone. And, my husband's birthstone is also red, like my daughter's. Just a little bit deeper. One of them's a little bit deeper than the other. And so, yeah, that's about it for my rings. Well, I have more in here. I got my daughter got me a mother's ring a few years ago. And see, my son's is on there. His is a darker blue. And this is the lighter blue. That's my youngest. That's my girl. And that's my oldest. That's theirs. I need to clean it and get it back on my finger because I like to wear my mother's ring. But, yeah. And I'll do that one day. But, yeah, I like to wear my mother's ring. I do. Makes me feel like a mama. Anyway, I'm going to let you go so I can go get some clothes folded. This is about the color of my other son's birthstone. But this is a birthstone earring. And I lost the other one. It's not my birthstone. My birthstone is pink. I just don't care. I like the colors, and that's what I buy. This is the color blue that I like. But I don't know where my other one ever went. It's got to be around somewhere. So one day I'll find it. I am so itchy. So anyway, just a little play around with the jewelry. I got a bunch more over here, but this is all earrings, I do believe. Yeah, these are all earrings, and then I have another drawer full of earrings that are just studs. So, which I'm gonna wear a couple of today. But anyway, them's pretty. I haven't worn them yet. Then I got me some of these that I've recently bought that I haven't worn yet. I gave up on making earrings because, I mean, I can make things like these, but I would rather just buy them already made because, you know, I kind of have given up on the jewelry making anyway. So I like the big loops that hang. I think they're pretty. So got my St. Patrick's Day earrings, and I'll wear those I'll wear them to church, but other than that I'll wear them if I go out somewhere. That's about it. Got two different kinds because there's another pair here. If I can get it off. I got these two, which I like because they're lighter. I might wear these for St. Patrick's Day. But anyway, then I got my 4th of July earrings and some just for prettiness for church and stuff that I can wear that I think is pretty. And so, but anyway, well, I should let you go and get myself together because I got a lot of, it's Friday. I have a limited time of stuff to do. I want to make some banana bread, and I never made any the other day. The bananas that I put in the refrigerator kind of went, I don't know. You know, I've learned don't freeze them and then try to thaw them out and then make them because they're nasty. So I thaw them out under water and then I stick them in the bowl, and they're not nasty because they don't have time to go nasty. So I threw the 3 little tiny bags away because when I cut them all up, put them in the freezer, I put them up, I cut them according to what I need in the ingredient. So it takes 1.5 bananas. I put in 1.5 bananas in the bag, and then I freeze it, and then that way all I have to do is thaw it out, stick it in there, and I'm done. So, but anyway, I'm going to go make some banana bread. I didn't make any last week. And I know when I say pumpkin bread, I'm actually talking about banana bread. I just tend to mess up, and why I say that, I don't know. But I'm talking about banana bread. Pumpkin bread is something I'm gonna, because my youngest doesn't like bananas. He never has, not even when he was a kid. So I was gonna make him some pumpkin bread. And so the other day when I was talking, that's probably what I was thinking about. But anyway, so I gotta make him some of that too because he likes pumpkin bread. He don't like banana bread. So, but anyway, I'm gonna go out and get some coffee, and sooner or later down the road today, I think I'm going to make me an acai bowl because that is one of my favorites. So I'm going to let you go, and until I talk to you again, read your Bible, pray to God. I love you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.